YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel in the web for all things geeky and cool. And this video, guys, is going to be another Funko review. We're going to be looking at the Pop Heroes Justice League The Flash figure, which is part of the San Diego Comic-Con shared release for Box Lunch. They actually had a bunch of products that came out. I did a whole stream about the stuff that was going to be released at San Diego Comic-Con, and this is one of the items that actually got released for Box Lunch as an exclusive. Now, unfortunately, I started a brand new job. I didn't have time to go out to do any hunting. I had another YouTuber or another guy who'd on Facebook who picked up another item for me, but my girlfriend thankfully went to Box Lunch and picked me up the Justice League Flash figure. So we're going to do a full breakdown segment. We'll look at packaging as a whole. We're going to look at the articulation, the paint, and conclude the video and final thoughts for you, the viewer. Should you actually spend the money and pick up the Justice League The Flash from the San Diego Comic-Con shared release summer exclusive? Stay tuned, guys. We're going to do a breakdown. Alright guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at the Pop Heroes number 208 Justice League The Flash figure. Of course, this is part of the San Diego Comic-Con release that came out, shared across other stores about a week ago as far as recording of this video. This is the Box Lunch exclusive. And the very first thing we always do in our breakdown segment is look at the packaging. So the packaging here is very typical and traditional packaging for Funko. It is a window box display with the figure inside. At the top right here you have the Pop Heroes, you have the Justice League logo, which is part of the set this is in. You have number 208 there. You have a picture of the Flash. More importantly, this is the thing that sets apart this figure from other figures, is the summer convention exclusive sticker that you see here, this red one. Every single year, Funko puts a different colored sticker for their exclusives. San Diego Comic-Con every single year has this identical sticker if it's a shared exclusive. And what I mean by shared exclusive is you went to, let's say, Hot Topic and bought one there, or you went to Box Lunch, like this figure here, and bought a figure there. If it's a shared exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con, you'll have one of these sort of stickers on it. You could have gotten Barnes & Noble, same idea. If you went to the actual convention itself, meaning you're in the Funko line at the San Diego Comic-Con, this sticker here would look completely different. It would not look like this sticker, basically to designate that you got it at the convention, not at a shared exclusive at a particular store. If you're ever curious, that is the reason why the sticker is different. Down here you have the Flash. Of course, we have a picture of him right there. Over here is sort of a side shot of him, number 208, which is identical to the other Flash boxes that you've seen for this actual mold. On this side here, you have the Flash, and you have an actual side shot of his head right there. Same thing on the top of the box. On the back of the packaging, it would showcase all the figures that were available in that particular wave, as well as a shot of him right here beneath the Flash. And that's the packaging through and through. Let's get this guy out of packaging and continue with the breakdown. Alright guys, we have the Funko Justice League Flash number 208 from the Pop's Hero line out of packaging. Again, this is one of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from Box Lunch. The very first thing we always talk about is paint and presentation. The paint's very, very good on its actual figure. It's bright red and black with some gold trim throughout the entire figure. And of course, the big gimmick here is the translucent material at the bottom of the actual figure itself. It goes from the red tone into this clear tone as it transfers down this figure, or you can think of it going from the sort of translucent material up to red, depending on how you want to look at it. But either way, it looks really, really cool. Now, if you didn't know, this actual design that you see, this mold, has been repurposed before. This is actually the third iteration of this design that has come out before. They have a full version, as you see here, where it has the crystal area, this translucent material. It's all the red material that goes down the actual suit. There's also another version of him without the mask, with the entire suit as you would see on that first design. And this is the actual third iteration of the actual figure itself. So they've gotten a lot of mileage out of this actual mold. And I think it's a very good mold, all things considered. He does have the really dark eyes right here. And I mentioned it, the translucent material going down near this actual bottom portion of the figure itself. I think it looks really, really cool. A lot of Funko items have done this sort of transition from a clear version up into the figure itself. The Big Bang Theory Pops did it before. I know that the Sombra figure from Overwatch, the Hot Topic exclusive, does that as well. Now let's actually take a look at the articulation. The articulation, like all DC Pops, is not hindered in any way, shape, or form. The head spins 360 with no issues. That's all the articulation on its actual pop itself. Now, if you might ask yourself this question, Rook, should I buy this figure? It all depends. My stance being, it all depends if you own the other figures that has come out prior to this. Do you have the full costume of the Justice League number 208 pop, or do you have the unmasked version of it? Mind you, if you put all three pops side by side, you'll get the same identical pose that you see here, minus the actual hat or the mask, and the full colored uniform. This is sort of the gimmick for it, is this, again, the translucent material at the bottom of the pop itself. I think it's a good pop. I do think you should buy it if you don't own any of those other two pops. So that being said, let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Alright guys, final thoughts on the Pop Heroes number 208 Justice League The Flash figure from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive release for Box Lunch. Is this worth your money? Should you actually pick up this figure? As I mentioned in the breakdown segment, I really like this figure. I like the translucent effect, which goes from either from the darker color to lighter, or lighter to darker, depending on how you actually look at the figure. They've used this gimmick before for Funko a lot. They did it for the Big Bang Theory figures, which were part of, I think, the 2013 release. I could be off on the actual year, when they had half the figure being transported and half of it translucent. They did it with the Sombra figure from Hot Topics. So Funko has used this gimmick a lot. Is it worth the money? Should you actually pick up this figure? It all depends if you have the original 208 Justice League Flash original design, which is the full figure as you see here, minus the translucent portion at the bottom of the actual figure itself. It's an identical, from what I'm seeing, identical sculpt. I don't think there's any real difference between the normal version and this half translucent figure version. Or if you had the same exact mold with the unmasked head. It all depends where your stance is. I like this figure personally because I don't own any of those particular Funko Justice League pops. I think it's a very good figure. Paint is clean. Articulation is not hindered at all. I like how the head spins around with no issue. It stands really, really well, and it actually really complements your shelf if you want my honest opinion. So I think this actually is a buy personally for me, but it might not be for you only because you might have this identical mold already. So I think it's actually a really cool figure. I'm happy that I got a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Again, my girlfriend got it for me. Big shout outs to her. And I want to thank everyone who watches this video. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe with a picture of my face. When you subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but here is my P.O. Box. If you want to send anything for me to do Q&As, if you want me to review anything, definitely hit me up at my P.O. Box. And of course, last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my videos. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.